Good morning, YouTube. It is like 6:15 in the morning, and I thought I'd kind of go through my daily routine and just kind of show you guys a day in the life. So currently right now, I'm sitting down to do my personal study. I try to do this every morning. Now, I used to get up at like 4 a.m. and do this, but since I'm trying to lose weight and I'm diabetic, and the best thing you can do to lower your blood sugar is sleep, I've been getting up around 5:30, and that's kind of my routine. So far this morning, I got up, I watched a quick YouTube motivational video. I watch it pretty much every morning. It's The Wisdom of a Third Grade Dropout on YouTube. I highly encourage people to check it out. And then I took a cold shower, and right now we're going to start our personal study. Alright, so it's about 7:05 right now. I just finished up with my journaling and my study. I'm going to read to you guys some of what I put down. I'm probably not going to read all of it, but this morning I read Matthew chapters 5 and 6 in the Bible, and I wrote down what really stood out to me was in chapter 5. It talks about being a light in a city and letting your light shine for others. That is what I'm trying to do by showing you can change your life. Pretty simple there. And then for my personal study, I actually started reading a book by Jesse Itzler, Living with the Navy SEAL. You can actually Google search it. In the book, he says he won't give the name of the SEAL and just calls him SEAL. But after the guy that was the Navy SEAL retires, he lets him put his name out there, and you can look it up on the internet. It was actually David Goggins. So Jesse Itzler's a big business guy. He's a partial owner of the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA. Crazy life story. He was like a rapper. He wrote the song Go New York Go back when they were going for a title run clear back in the 90s. He then started a private jet company from scratch. After he got out of that, he got into I think it's called Zico Water, and built a $1 billion business doing that. And like I said, now he owns the Atlanta Hawks. But I restarted his book this morning. Just due to time, I only was able to listen to the prologue and the introduction. But he talks about how we need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And that is what led him to invite a Navy SEAL to live with him and physically train him for a month. And I actually really like that, because one of the things about sales, especially door-to-door and in-home sales, is you really got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. I want to share just a funny story that kind of shows that point. So one time we had this rep that ran a demo. It was a lead he got from a home show. And so he ended up going to this demo, and it was in this little town called Whitewater, Colorado. And it wasn't actually in the town. It was way back up on the mountain, dirt road, no cell service. And he actually sold it. And when he's talking about it in sales meeting the next day, so every day the people that sold, we have them talk about their sales, what they did good, what they could improve on, and what caused that customer to buy, so we can all learn from it. He was talking about how this customer literally lived in a shack, that they had no floors, that there was a dirt floor, and he was just amazed that they wanted a Hyla, and they bought a Hyla. And I always think, because I've run hundreds of demos, like, newbies exaggerate. It couldn't have been that bad. Well, anyway, that demo, so if people buy a Hyla, and this is a legal law that you guys should know about, if it's over $30 and you buy it in-home, you have 3 days to cancel that transaction. It's there to protect you guys, the consumers, against bait and switch, but it also protects businesses, meaning you guys had a chance to cancel. If you didn't cancel in the time, legally it's yours, and it protects us as a business, so we don't have to worry about, refunding tons of machines that were sold months or years in the past. And anyway, this demo ended up canceling, and I won't share any names, but I went to go pick up the machine, and when I went to get to that house, there was literally, the sales rep was not exaggerating. Holy crap, this was a shack in the middle of the woods. No trespassing signs everywhere. Trespassers will be shot. And when I showed up, the husband came out, and he actually met me at the door with a shotgun. And I said, hey, I'm just here to get the Hyla, and I'll help carry it out. And he was like, no, I'll bring it out to you. Get back in your car. And so I sat back down. Back then I drove a little Hyundai Elantra. I sat back in the car, and he comes and he starts throwing it in my back seat. And he loads up the Hyla for me, and then I step out and I was like, hey, just real quick, in order to cancel this, I need to get a signature from you to cancel out this agreement. And he looks at me and he's holding the gun and he's like, you'll make sure it gets canceled. I ain't signing shit. Now, normally, if they don't sign, it's still their Hyla, but considering he was holding a gun, I was like, no problem, sir. I'm just gonna cancel this one out for you. You have a wonderful day. Now, remember, I just stood up out of the car. So, like, car door's open, and I'm standing right there. He's right next to me. And he's like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. And I said, no problem. I'm on my way out, sir. But really quick, before I leave, that shotgun, is that a Mossberg 500 or a Remington 870? And I stayed totally comfortable even though the guy was carrying a gun. Now, inside, I'm shaking and freaking out. But I didn't really let that show. And he all of a sudden is like, that's a really good eye. I can't believe that. Like, it's a Mossberg 500. I'm really proud of this gun. Here, check it out. So the guy that just had a gun is now giving me the gun and I'm holding it. And I'm like, this is really cool. Good gun. I used to own one. And I hand it back to him and I'm like, sir, I just moved to Colorado from Idaho, but you look like the kind of guy that could tell me some good places to go fishing. And he's like, absolutely. And we start talking about fishing. Next thing you know, I'm back in his house and he's showing me pictures of the salmon he caught in Alaska. And we were just goofing off, talking about fishing. And he's like, you know, my wife told me what she spent on that machine, and I flipped it. I don't even know what it does. You're a cool guy. Would you show me? And so I started showing him the Hyla again. All of a sudden, he loves it. And he's like, you know, let's not cancel this out. Let's bring it back in. I'm going to keep it. And we didn't have to cancel the sale. And remember, he never signed, so it wasn't canceled yet. And they decided to keep the machine. There was only one caveat on it. He said I had to take a couple shots of peanut butter whiskey with him before he would keep the machine. And so I ended up actually getting pretty drunk. I had to have one of my sales reps come pick me up. But anyway, just because I stayed a little bit comfortable, and luckily because I know a little bit about shotguns, I was able to save that deal and make a great friend. And so you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Anyway, moving on my notes real quick. Gratitudes. I always try to write down 5 gratitudes in the morning. And so today's gratitudes I wrote down. Number 1 was my incredible wife. This one I really like. Number 2, the beauty of our world. Doing door-to-door sales. I've got to travel all over the United States. And my favorite part of an area when I go, most places, is the beauty I got to experience while I was traveling out there or while I'm there. One of my favorite places to go work is down in like Four Corners area, Cortez, Colorado, Farmington, New Mexico. It's just incredibly beautiful there. Same with like Lincoln, Montana. And sometimes I feel like we forget to show appreciation for just how beautiful our world is. I mean, I live in Buell, Idaho. We got the Snake River Canyon right there. And sometimes when you grow up by it, you forget to appreciate how beautiful it is. And so that was my number 2. I also wrote down my 2 best friends. My best friend Jason, we've been best friends since we were little kids. And my business partner Nick, who we've been through basically our whole entrepreneurship journey together. My next grateful was the ability to chase opportunities. You know, it's an opportunity, it's not a given when we go for things and we're trying to accomplish goals. But I love that we have the ability to choose what we're going to do today. Which brings me to my last grateful, which is today's a blank canvas. I get the opportunity and the chance to make today what I want to make it. And so those were kind of my gratitudes. I also like to write down 10 things that I'm going to try to focus on for the day. How do I explain it? I'm just going to read them and it'll make sense. So I always write, today I am, and then I list 10 words of what I'm trying to be. And so I wrote down, today I am happy, today I'm confident, today I will be disciplined, today I'm a business builder, today I am a future athlete, today I am a sales expert. This one's a little tough, but today I'm forgiving. Sometimes we hold on to shit way too long, and I just want to forgive anybody that's wronged me, and hopefully if I've wronged somebody, they reach out to me so we can move past it and they can forgive me. But I also wrote down, today I am loving. It's important to remember to be loving in all things. Today I am passionate. One of the things that really separates people is the passionate. If you want to do it no matter what's going on, which goes back to the disciplined. And today I'm hardworking. And so those are kind of what I wrote down. And then there's two things else I wrote down. I also wrote down my vision. So this is my ultimate vision for my life. And I want to inspire 1 million people to take action towards their dreams and leave the world a happier and better place. I'll achieve this by destroying my biggest demon of my weight while building Nick and I's company, Smart Living, into a national brand. I will document every step of the journey to show that you can come from nothing and still accomplish your dreams. Just like how I want to travel the world by boat, having wonderful experiences, seeing different cultures, spending time with loved ones, and maxing out my life. And so that's kind of my vision and why I'm restarting the business and why I'm deciding to make this into YouTube, is that's what I'm about and what my goals are. And then last thing I do every day is I list the most important things that need to get done today or in the next couple days. I can always put more stuff on this to-do list. There's always too many things on this to-do list to get done every day. So my goal is to knock out 5 to 8 of these a day. But here's what I have listed today. And they're kind of simple, but Nala's nails. I really need to trim my dog's nails today. They're bad. Meeting with Rotelo. So there's another company that's not Hyla that is trying to get Nick and I, since we're restarting the business, to sell their product instead of Hyla. They actually shipped me a Rotelo yesterday. I received it yesterday. And I have a meeting where we're going to go over the machine so that Nick and I can make a decision. Not going to lie, probably going to stay with Hyla. I'm not willing to throw away all those relationships. But if it makes more business sense to switch, we will discuss that. But I do have a meeting with them today on Zoom to go over the machine that they sent me and kind of their opportunity. Follow up with PCI. So PCI is our finance company, and we've got everything pretty much done to be able to start selling Hylas here in Idaho. We've already got it opened in Iowa. However, since the business was started in Iowa, we have to send in some documents to PCI to get them to allow us to get a business license here in Idaho so that they can finance in Idaho. And we are waiting for the state of Iowa to send some paperwork over so I can get that in. But I need to talk to PCI and see kind of what the timeline is so that I can be able to go out and sell. So part of today's plan, which goes into my next one, is try to recruit and set some interviews for this week. Partly why I'm going straight to recruiting, because if I was telling somebody to start a Hyla store or a business, I'd say go get some sales and build up your cash flow first. Since I'm waiting on the finance company though, I want to be able to sell the second it happens. And since we can already sell in Iowa, Nick is actively selling. In fact, he's getting leads and running some demos today. Since we can sell over there, we want to start recruiting out there and building a team. And so that's kind of what I'm working on. I need to send in my iPhone. So I did just upgrade my phone. I'm shooting this on my new Galaxy 26 Ultra. But I do need to wipe and send in my iPhone. Since I can't sell quite yet, Jenna won a smoker from work, and so we need to post that smoker online. We don't want it and try to get some cash for it. I need to turn this into a long form YouTube video. I need to post a workout reel. I need to make a business Facebook post on our Facebook page. And then there's a PowerPoint I've been working on, a business overview for orientation to show, you know, the people we recruit, what we're about, and kind of our business plan. And so that's kind of what I got going on today. It's about 7:30 now that I've made this. Now normally this is the time I would be heading to the gym right now. However, we're going to play a little bit of rearrange on my routine today, just because I do have that meeting with Rotelo here at 8 o'clock in the morning. So here in about half an hour, I need to change and get ready for that. and then I'll go to the gym right after that. Normally I would be going to the gym right now, but that's kind of the plan for today. So here I am unboxing this Rotelo, and then I thought, you know, I should show people. And so that's what I'm doing. We have the Rotelo right here. Can I zoom out? Okay, perfect. So that's the Rotelo power head. But it's just like a highlight. You gotta take the highlight out first. So here looks like these are wand extensions. Here's the actual machine itself. Here's the hose for it. Oh, that's cool. It comes with fragrances in there. Hyla, those are sold separately in this box. Just a bunch of attachments. I'm sure he's gonna go over those with me. I want to keep this organized because this is they did not just give me this machine. This is a sample machine for me to check out. But I do have to send it back or buy it, and they're not cheap. So I do like all these attachments. And here is the vacuum head. So sweet. Put that right there. Let's take this Rotelo out of its bag. And we've got a Rotelo right here. Let's see. Okay, there's the intake for the vacuum head. It's got that to release the basin. I'm gonna take off this little foot trolley. So, really good, durable plastic. Intake. I see there's your water basin. I do like how it's a retractable cord. Anyway, that's the Rotelo, and I have a meeting here in just a little bit to learn all about it. Alright, so it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This morning really got away from me. I did not think I would be on that Zoom call checking out a new potential product. Would take that long. I was planning an hour. We were literally on the phone, well, on Zoom for a couple hours, and then they sent me that sample machine, and I was doing comparisons all morning. And so it is right now 1 o'clock, and I am just getting to the gym, which normally I'm here at like 7:30. So definitely today is out of order, but we're still making it happen. We're about to do a back and bicep workout today. But I want to talk for a little bit because this is like my genuine story and kind of my thoughts. And so my scale is still broken. And last time I was able to weigh in and get a reading, I was 298, and that was here at this gym. But that was a long time ago. Probably at least a month, maybe even 45 days ago. And last time I went that long of a gap without getting on the scale, I thought I was still around 300 pounds, and I had gotten clear back up to 320 and then had to lose it back down. And so I'm not gonna lie, I am like scared shitless. The first thing I'm gonna do right now is go and get on the scale. And I'm like, I physically have anxiety. My palms are even a little sweaty, because if I'm still 298 or lower, I'm not gonna beat myself up too much. But if it's higher and I've gained, I'm gonna feel like utter dog shit. And I mean, it's just data. It shows where I really am. Honestly, I have more fear about getting on the scale right now than I do when I'm walking into a stranger's house to sell them, you know, super expensive products. I'm more terrified about going and getting this number. But it's one. We're at the gym, so at least that's a win. We're gonna go crush this workout. But the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go get on the scale. And I'm sitting in the car. I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I didn't even want to make this part of the video just because that's how much anxiety I have about looking at the freaking scale right now. And I did just eat too, so usually I get on the scale first thing in the morning before I've had anything, but it's also a great time to say what I ate for breakfast for weight loss. So this morning I had 3 eggs with 4 slices of ham, like deli meat sandwich ham, torn up and put in there just to get some extra protein. I put on a 1/4 cup of cheese on my eggs for flavor, and then I had a whole wheat English muffin. Oh, my finger keeps popping in. Excuse me. I had a whole wheat English muffin for breakfast with that, with a little bit of butter, and then I had some sugar-free blackberry jam that my mom makes homemade on it. And so that was my breakfast. I haven't put it in the calorie counter app yet. I need to do that. I'm guessing it was right around 600 calories since I had the same thing yesterday, but yesterday I had 4 eggs and a banana with it, and it was 81, and today I only had 3 eggs and we're out of bananas. So I'm guessing it was right around 600 calories. I'll check on that. But anyway, at this point I'm rambling because I really don't want to go into the gym and see the number. Like, I'm excited for the workout. I love working out, but I am terrified of seeing that scale because it's going to show me if over the summer of injuries and pneumonia, if I maintained or if I put on or if I lost. And right now it's in my head that I maintained, but I'm about to face the reality. And so I probably won't record in the gym just because I don't want people to see me cry if it's worse. But anyway, let's go. So I just got to Twin. Jen and I are having dinner with my in-laws. We're gonna talk to them actually about the move and going to Iowa. So that's here in a second. But I did just come back from the gym. I'm still in the same shirt. Most of the sweat's dried off now because of the drive. But I just have to say, when I saw 294.8, oh my gosh, I was so relieved. That honestly made my day. It made me so much happier and so excited to keep going on this weight loss thing. I was so scared that it was going to be up, and so to see that it's actually 4 pounds down. Now that's over, like I said, a month to like 45 days. So that's terrible. If it was 45 days, that means I lost 0.01 pounds a day, but I didn't go up. And I wasn't able to work out, and I wasn't watching my diet quite as well as I should have been. So the fact that I'm not up just has me like overjoyed. But anyway, yeah, I just pulled up to Jenna's parents' house. They because of the candlelight vigil and my sister's car being shot, they let us borrow their truck for a couple weeks while Angela didn't have a car since she was borrowing their car. And so we're here to return the truck and meet with them. I am like super behind on the day. I haven't done any recruiting. I haven't worked on the PowerPoint, and most of the things on that to-do list are still undone. But I still feel like today's been pretty productive. Had a good morning with Rotello and checking that out, and tomorrow I'm going to be doing a full review on it and comparing it apples to apples with the Hyla, and I will be doing that in a video. But right now we're going to go have dinner with Jenna's parents. Man, so long day. My sister's moving in and they filled up the home office. But anyway, I'm super glad that she's able to move in and be with family after what she went through. But anyway, we had a really good dinner. We had pork tenderloin And then everybody else had corn on the cob, but for some reason, corn on the cob really spikes my blood sugar, so I did not have that. I just had the pork tenderloin, some carrots, and then they had a little bit of fruit salad, and it was mangoes and then mixed berries. So there's like cherries, raspberries, blueberries, and I think blackberries in it, and it was delicious. But that's what I had for dinner. It's about 9 o'clock right now. I like to go to bed early, so I'm already about to go hit the sack, head to bed. We did not get anything done on recruiting today, and I feel terrible about that. However, I still feel like today was a win. We were able to check out that new machine. We still hit the gym. We stayed on diet again, no sugar or breaking, so proud of that. And once again, I was super stoked when I saw that I haven't put on weight when I checked the scale. But anyway, tomorrow's a brand new day. Let's go crush it. We really got to focus on recruiting tomorrow, and then we might be working out with a friend, and we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison of the Rotella and the Hyla. So stay tuned. If you like content like this, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you guys tomorrow.